Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. So during those 30 minutes I will show you what's going on the markets, and we'll try to look for decent trading occasions. I will try to show you some good trading setups. Today it's all about FOMC minutes. Actually, the consensus is that we'll have an interest rate rise in December, so I don't know if those minutes can change that consensus. I don't think so. But as always, as usually, ahead of the FOMC minutes, we're kind of in a sideways trend, right? We're locked in a range, especially in euro dollar. Apart from that, well, everybody was waiting yesterday for independence declaration from Catalonia, and we didn't get that. So now we're open for negotiations, which actually helps global markets, stocks to climb higher, especially like in Asia. We're on the highest levels since 1996, I guess. So, well, there is still a positive sentiment on the market. Let me show you the calendar that you will be able to see that better. That we do have FOMC minutes. Then we'll have a speech from Williams, but obviously all eyes will be on minutes. I don't think that this speech can change a lot here. And as usually on Wednesday, we do have API, weekly crude oil stocks change, and that would be it. So calendar is not packed. Tomorrow is not packed either. A bit of Fed speak tomorrow and speech from Mario Draghi and other ECB members. But we can switch to the charts right now. And again, to wrap the fundamental situation up, all eyes are on Spain. We're on Spain actually, because now the attention is shifted towards FOMC minutes. And that's pretty much it from the fundamental point of view. So now we can look more on the technicals, and we'll start with euro dollar, as usually with the most popular instrument on the So what we are having on euro dollar is exactly what we were anticipating yesterday and on Monday, actually, because on Monday we wrote an analysis that the price should break this line, and the price did break this line, and that triggers a buy signal, right? We reached the first target, which is this green area. Now we broke this yesterday, and we reached the second target, which is the yellow area. If you're wondering why this yellow area is important, you can see it here. It was a resistance in the middle of August. Yes, in the second half of the August. Then a support at the last day of August. Then it was support in the middle of September. Then after the breakout at the end of September. So you can see it's actually a very important level. So it's not a surprise that we went there. Like a reverse gravity acted here. And now, well, some of the traders decided that it's a quite good idea to take profits here, and that's why we do have this reversal movement. But as you can see, for a day, the volatility is not big. It's like 40 pips change, daily change, and you can compare that to, for example, 86 pips yesterday. which shows you that usually ahead of the FOMC the volatility is low, so we are locked between this support on 118 and resistance on actually, let's say, 180.35, 118.40. And probably in this range we will wait for the FOMC minutes. We shouldn't get any significant movements here ahead of that. So that's how the situation looks like. Next one, American dollar to Mexican peso. Here we were telling you about this symmetric triangle that we are awaiting for the breakout, and this breakout actually happened. And look, that's just beautiful. How strong are the breakouts from the symmetric triangles? It's absolutely amazing. This upswing is very strong. And actually after the breaking this horizontal resistance, the price do not want to go any lower. Let us measure the potential targets for this. So as you can see, if 23.6 was broken, and actually 38.2 seems reasonable. Why is that? Because we do have also those resistances here, so they will be in the same place as 38.2, which makes it a very interesting place for a reversal. That can be a good place. Well, I'm not telling that the new downswing will start, but at least I think that those buyers here, they can use this level for taking profits. And that actually can be a trigger for a sell signal. Next one is Australian dollar to American dollar, which is bouncing from this horizontal support here. And that's what we are expecting. I'm sorry, we're back. That's what we were expecting yesterday, actually. And as you can see, today we made new highs, but still the price cannot break this this resistance. As long as we do not break this resistance, there is no buy signal here. Breakout of this line and this horizontal resistance should trigger us a buy signal. So here, when the price will get here and actually will close here, because there was a breakout here but the price did not close here, if it will happen, that will be a positive sign and a buy signal for Australian dollar to American dollar. Now gold, my favorite, which is still pushing higher, but they lost a little, they lost a bit of momentum recently, but that correction looks promising. That's a bullish correction. After the breakout, they are just going down a little bit, but it's still very promising movement. We should aim $1,300 per ounce, psychological barrier here. We are close to the daily highs. This downswing does not look dangerous here. For me, again, it looks like a correction, like a flag. So in my opinion, we should break the upper line of the flag soon, and we should aim this 23.6 or 38.2 Fibonacci. And silver. Silver is also behaving in a good way. Let me go on a smaller time frame. I rarely use that. I try not to go use the smaller time frames, but you can see that better that we do have a pennant here, and this pennant resulted with an upswing. So that's a positive. That's a positive sign, and we should get price testing 23.6 soon. And next one is British pound to Japanese yen. I thought that the upswing could be bigger, but still they are defending those levels. Yesterday we had a beautiful hammer. Today we had a hammer as well, but the price is still pushing lower. But actually that's what we said, that, well, there is a positive sentiment, but there is no buy signal here, because buy signal will be created once we'll break the upper line of this flag. So there is a potential for that, but there is no buy signal here yet. We need to see a bounce here again and break out of the upper line of the flag. And dollar index. Dollar index is going as anticipated, really. You remember that last week I was telling you about dollar index, and I saw this orange area as a potential resistance where the correction can start, and that's actually what's happening here. So the price reached this area, bounce from this area, use that as a take profit, level. Then the price bounced, broke the lower line of the wedge, and now the price is advancing lower, and that's actually very strong. That's just one direction here. First stop is yellow line, not a surprise for us because it was the support here, resistance, support, and a support. So breakout of this horizontal support should trigger a further downswing. There's the DAX, which is absolutely boring recently. Look, you cannot trade in this environment. That's not a place where the money are earned. That's the place where most of the traders are losing money. So I try to stay away from this kind of price movements. And Bitcoin. Soon this Fibonacci line will be not necessary here. The same as this one. Let me just use it like that, because we will have new highs. So this return to normal is quite promising. There is a resistance here. Hard fork is coming. Another one for Bitcoin. The first one did not cause any troubles here, so there should be no troubles here as well. There is no longer this upper line of the wedge is no longer here. This is no longer here. And this support line is still here, but it's steep. So even with a breakout here, that will not be a negative sign whatsoever here. So again, from $3,000 we climbed to almost $5,000. That's a strong upswing, pretty strong. So the party goes on. Everybody's happy, no reason to be worried. The balloon is expanding. British pound, Australian dollar, again, a daily chart, long-term symmetric triangle. We have to wait for this situation to develop, right? Still no trading signal. We are above short-term support, mid-term resistance. As long as we are exactly in the middle between those two lines, the sentiment has to be neutral, because it's a lottery. If you want to tell me if the price will go up or down, it's a lottery. We are exactly in the middle of between those two levels, support and resistance, and we are in the middle of the symmetric triangle formation. That is just a lottery, so don't enter here, because it has no sense. You should enter in the place where you actually can see something. Like, for example, American dollar to Swiss franc. What do I see here is a false breakout. So this shooting star on a daily chart is a bounce from the downtrend line, which itself is a strong sell signal. But apart from that, all that movement is just a false breakout above 38.2 Fibonacci level, and also tops from May, June and August. The price tested that even at the end of September. Finally, at the beginning of this October, we went higher, we went above this level, and that's just a false breakout because they couldn't hold the price above this level. They tried once, then we got a breakout, and that's a false breakout, and that's a strong sell signal, especially that we're breaking this uptrend line right now. So in my opinion, the price should get here quite soon, and the price should get to 0.9675 very soon, and that's 70 pips potential profit. Potential stop loss is 35, so that creates like an interesting trade in terms of potential risk to reward ratio, because potential profit is twice as big as potential loss, which makes this trade interesting, at least interesting. I would check on a daily chart what are the Fibonacci's here, because those green one is a Fibonacci of the of the downtrend, and let's see the Fibonacci of the uptrend. And yes, 38.2 is exactly here, so potentially that's a nice place. Or the next one looks also promising because we have combination of two Fibonacci's here. And speaking about false breakouts, it would be nice to look at oil, because well, I was thinking that the oil will go down, and my assumption was based on this head and shoulder pattern. So we have a left shoulder and a head and a right shoulder, and also we broke the neckline of this formation, and also even we broke the neckline, but also this horizontal support here. So that's a false breakout. The price did not go to the lower line of the channel up formation, but instead of that went higher. Actually, the head and shoulder pattern was denied, and what we got here is a flag. Flag is a trend continuation pattern. Head and shoulder is a reversal pattern, so no reversal, just a trend continuation. We broke the upper line of the flag, which in theory triggers a buy signal and the price advancing higher. Cable looks promising. Obviously I would love to see a bigger upswing, but still it's okay. It's still okay. What we do have here is a correction, and very important thing, because we broke the upper line of this correction of this midterm downtrend, which triggers a buy signal. After breaking that, the price creates a flag. Flag is a trend continuation pattern, but this trend here, so an uptrend. So what we should expect is the price breaking the upper line of the flag, especially that we are above this line. Maybe I will change the color, not to confuse with the flag. Black. Right, so we can break this line. We broke this line. As long as we are above this line and a red horizontal support, the sentiment is positive. We can use this area as a support, but after that the price should advance higher. The thing that price should do something does not mean that it will, but hopefully you are already aware of that. American dollar to Polish zloty. So actually for this instrument we can see that 360, 370, 369, 370 was too much for the price. They use that as a resistance. Now the price advancing lower, is going lower. We still have a risk of inverse head and shoulder formation, so a left shoulder, head and a right shoulder. At the same time, the head itself is created by inverse head and shoulder pattern, so you can see it worked here. but yes, as long as we are below the red area, the sentiment is negative here. We got this false breakout from the pennant, which resulted in a strong downswing, and there is a sell signal now on this instrument. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. Again, here I'm waiting for the trading signal on a weekly chart, because for example here, let's even go like that, we also get this symmetric triangle, and after we got this sell signal, the price went significantly lower. So why not like break this one, for example, and the price will get, I don't know, 1,700 pips higher. I would like to see this kind of movement. Why not? American dollar to Russian ruble. We said yesterday that there is a bigger probability that the price will go lower, and the price did go lower. We are making new lows here. We are aiming the lower line of the flag formation. Here we bounced off 38.2 Fibonacci level. So there is a potential here for a movement of 80 pips, let's say. Next one, British pound to Swiss franc, which disappoints me in a way. Because we got an upswing, we bounced from 38.2, we had this wedge formation, we're supposed to, after that, break out of the upper line of the wedge, we're supposed to climb higher, and the price even created like a trend continuation pattern here, but they fail to go higher. Still, as long as we are above 38.2, the sentiment is positive, but that's not what I was expecting. And American dollar to Canadian dollar, after the breakout of the lower line of the flag, we should see a downswing here, aiming this horizontal support here on 124.30. Right, the movement here looks very, very probable. And now let me check for other interesting instruments, like for example euro to British pound. We didn't look at that for a while. So what's happening on the euro to British pound, and you will be able to see how I do my analysis. So first I have to look in the longer term to see what is the main trend. Here we could see a nice reversal at the beginning of September from the trend line. That was pretty nice. Unfortunately, we didn't attend this bounce. That's a pity. Other than that, we do have this midterm support, not to confuse. Let me change the color. Here, let's say pink. I would say that as long as we are as long as we are this blue level, the sentiment is positive. Let me check Fibos. 38.2 is broken, that's nice. That creates a good environment for this instrument to climb higher. Euro to Japanese yen, what's happening here? There is this support. There is a trend line here as well. So it's getting interesting. Unfortunately, for the past few days, what we are having here is a sideways trend, so totally not interesting for the traders, at least in my opinion. So here actually what we are having is an opportunity for a breakout, so either a buy stop or a sell stop. Maybe here, yes. Breakout of one of those two should trigger should provide us with a nice trading signal. I think I was talking about yes, I was talking about gold and silver. I thought I forgot to show you silver, but I did. S&P 500. Not that it's interesting in any way, but it would be nice to see how's the most important index in the world doing, and it's more or less the same as DAX, so that's just a sideways trend. Actually sideways trend, and it can be perceived as an ascending triangle. An ascending triangle in an uptrend, that's just an invitation for the price to go higher, right? Because we can see that the buying pressure on this horizontal resistance is rising, and my scenario for this instrument for S&P 500 is the price breaking the horizontal resistance and making new all-time highs. I'm not saying that it will happen after this bounce, maybe it will go there and there, but yes, that's the base scenario without FOMC, or without any huge impact from the FOMC. So purely from the technical point of view. So let me scan all those instruments that we had so far, looking for signals, right? So here no signal, ahead of FOMC, no signal. Here no signal as well. Here there will be buy signal once the price will close around this green checkpoint. Gold positive, silver positive, British pound to Japanese yen, no signal there will be created once the price will get to this checkpoint. Dollar index, no signal because, well, in the longer term it's negative, but we are above the local support, so it's not the place to enter the market. DAX, no signal. Bitcoin, no signal. British pound to Australian dollar, no signal whatsoever. Like we are exactly in the middle of all formations, this sideways trend and this symmetric triangle, so that's not the place where a trader should look for a position. American dollar to Swiss franc, sell signal. Oil, buy signal. British pound to American dollar cable, buy signal. Sell signal American dollar to Polish zloty. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, no signal, just waiting. So you can see that we have some few signals. American dollar to Russian ruble, sell signal. British pound to Swiss franc, no signal. American dollar to Canadian dollar, sell signal. Euro to British pound, positive. Euro to Japanese yen, waiting for a breakout, and S&P 500 positive sentiment, actually a buy signal here as well. So thanks very much for watching daily analytical report. I hope you enjoyed that and you found some decent trading ideas. And now we'll have a short break, and after that we'll have an educational webinar, and hopefully see you tomorrow, the same time, the same place. We will have another daily analytical report. In the meantime, I advise you to look on our Twitter account and our website alpari.news, and our Twitter account is at alparira. See you there as well. Thanks very much and good luck.